Earle. Today we're joined by Nicholas Earle up top and David Sharp over on to my left, right? I don't know how that works. But we got a big slate to go over today. We got some baseball. I think we got 15 baseball games like usual. We got one NBA, two NHL. So hopefully have a good slate today. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better of a day yesterday. Won't even recap yesterday because me and Nick each had one win each in like 8 bets. So not going to be interested in going after that. Yesterday was a shitty day. But let's hear from David real quick. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Sorry about your guys' shitty yesterday. I had a banger yesterday. I went 8-3 for the night. So hopefully this train keeps rolling.
Oh yeah. I'm not too worried about it. The last couple days, like what was it? 2 days ago, I hit on both my NBA plays and like 4 player props, and I had a couple big days in a row. So everything balances out. So it's not really that big of a deal. Nick, anything from you?
No comment. Next question.
Sounds good enough.
Anything that could go wrong did go wrong yesterday. I hit the under in the Boston and the Yankee game. And then after that, let me go over everything. Colorado and Oakland went over. The New York Mets and the San Diego Padres went under. The Miami Marlins lost. Arizona and Milwaukee went under. I had the over. And the Cleveland Indians lost. In hockey, I had the over in Winnipeg. That game finished 1-0. And I had the Colorado Avalanche. They're up 2-1 with 5 minutes to go. Grubauer gives up back-to-back goals on back-to-back shots in 45 seconds, gives up the lead, and they lose. That was my night.
Sounds like a solid night there.
Grubauer owes my family about $500 right now.
He owes me a 5% play right now.
Yeah, we both take it. We're going to meet him outside the woodshed after this.
Hell yeah.
we go meet him outside T-Mobile Arena. We need to have some conversations with him. That was not nice to us last night.
Yeah. We'll turn it around today. We got 15 baseball games, 1 NBA, 2 NHL. So hopefully we have a good one. Before we jump into everything, if you guys want to go ahead and follow David over on Twitter, it's Sharpie Bets over on Twitter. Just search that up. You can find him. He does a bunch of MLB, especially strikeout props. I heard that's the good spot there. And then if you guys are going over to Picks and Parleys, link in the description below, picksandparleys.net/game time. You can get 50% off our 7-day packages. So good savings there. And then if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the slate. Nick, I'll let you take over.
All right, we're going to be starting it off here with the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. We're getting Tariq Skubal taking on Lucas Giolito in this one. The White Sox are on a 225, minus 225 for this one. We'll start it off with our guest here, Sharpie. Where are you looking at for this first game?
This game, it broke down into 2 of my criterias. I wanted to either bet it Chicago White Sox minus 1.5, or I wanted to take the team total. And Giolito not being on the last few games made me settle on the team total over 4.5 at minus 120. We got the White Sox are number 1 OPS versus left-handed pitching, and the Detroit Tigers have the 28th bullpen. So we're going to go from one crappy pitcher to a crappy bullpen. 4.5 runs should be easy today. It takes the ball out of Giolito's hands. Should be a casher for me.
No, that makes sense. I'm going to go towards I'm going to be passing on this game, but I'm going to be going towards the over 8.5 in general in this game. Lucas Giolito has been shaky this year. He was one of my contenders to win the Cy Young. I don't really believe that one anymore. He's just been awful. I think that there's 2 other pitchers on the White Sox that could win it before he can, let alone the rest of the American League. And on the other side, Tariq Skubal has been the definition of dog shit. 2-7 with a 4.59 ERA. He just hasn't been to the point where you want him. So, no, if anything, you're going to take the over in this game at the 8.5. I would not want to lay the run line at a minus 126. I barely even bet money lines at minus 126, let alone laying run and a half. And I'm definitely not interested in Detroit today. So if anything, an over in this game, but no bet for me.
Yeah, I see the same thing. I don't have a bet on this game. I really wanted to target the Chicago White Sox, and the books knew that. They priced the White Sox way out of any type of price range I'm willing to lay. Minus 225 for a money line. No, thank you. Around a minus 125, minus 130 for a run line. No, thank you. First five, even if you want to just look at first five, 225, and then the minus half a run is minus 145. The team total, as you mentioned, the over 4.5 is, I think, minus 140 on my book. So they really priced this way out of my range. So I'm passing on this game. Really wanted to get to them, but I just can't lay that type of juice.
I bet it last night and got 4.5 at minus 120. So I like that, how it's going up.
Props, yeah.
That's fine.
On my book, they don't have the team totals till I think the next morning. So it is what it is.
Got to attack them.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're gonna head to our next game here.
Going through chat. Good morning, Save the Puck. Yeah, yesterday was not a good day for me or Nick either, so I'm not really too worried about that. Good morning, Sexy, and yeah, Lance Lynn is that is been
the
pitching
Bulldog.
really well. Yeah, he's been pitching really well this year as well. So yeah, I don't mind that one. Good to move to the next game.
Looking at our next matchup, we have the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals. It's around a minus 120 for the Reds. We're getting Tyler Mahle taking on Johan Oviedo for this matchup. Where are you looking? We'll go with Tim first here.
I'm very, very picky and selective when it comes to my baseball picks. I do like 3 or 4 a day. This is not a game I want to get to. Mahle has been pitching well this year. His ERA is a little bit lower than he normally is just because he did throw a no-hitter earlier in the year. So I don't really want to take that for a grain of salt. On the other side, Jonathan Oviedo, I really think it's a hard thing to judge. He's only pitched 2 games, and he hasn't really pitched well in those 2 games. So it's going to be a pass for me. I'd rather lean a little bit towards the Reds in this one, but I'm not going to bet it.
David?
I'm off, but I do lean to the over. And like you said, Mahle has been decent, but there's too many guys on St. Louis that have his number. I believe I saw 3 or 4 guys that hit him 275 or better in a decent track sample. So that had me off the Cincinnati first 5. Cincinnati's 3 OPS versus righties. St. Louis is 23rd. So there's just mismatches, and the line matches those mismatches. So that it has me off, but I lean the over on this game.
You said a couple people have Oviedo's number.
They have Mahle's number.
Oh, Mahle's number. Yeah, that's what I meant. Would you look at any player props for those specific players?
I believe it was Molina who had the best one. So if you're looking at player props, I would make sure Molina's going to be in the lineup, and Molina is batting .479 and 19 at bats with 2 home runs off of Mahle. That's a decent sample size.
No, yeah. Now I want to see what his total bases prop is. I'm gonna write down Molina total bases just to go back and look at that later. But yeah, for me, this is another pass for me. I would actually lean slightly towards the home dog here. I just don't trust Cincinnati as a road favorite sometimes. Tyler Mahle has looked good this year. He's 4-2 with 3.42 ERA, 1.16 WHIP. He's a solid pitcher. Oviedo has not shown us anything to really want to back him like crazy. 0-2, a 5.40 ERA, 1.60 WHIP. So it's a pass for me. I just don't really see much in this game. Plus, these 2 teams are telling me 2 different things for totals, so I'm passing here.
Yeah, in that game, there's 9-mile-per-hour wind to left center, and they both have bottom 10 bullpens, so there could be lots of runs once the game gets open.
Well, the total in this game is a 9, so
yeah, and 9's a key number in baseball. 9 pushes a lot. 9's a really key number in baseball.
Yeah. I think that you could lean towards the over 9 in this one, but I'm personally not going to bet it.
I'm with you. I'm off.
Save the Puck says he leans towards the Cards.
Hey, that'd be a sneaky plus money. I cannot hate you for that.
No, that's where I would lean too. I have this game priced around a pick 'em, so I do see a little bit of value for St. Louis here.
No, yeah. If anything, yeah, maybe a slight lean towards St. Louis, but overall, I'm passing on this game. Not a game that you want to go after.
All right, our next game here is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays hosting the Houston Astros. You're getting around a -107, -103 type of pick'em game here, even money basically. Jose Urquidy and Ross Stripling for this matchup. Jose Urquidy has looked decent this year. He's 4-2 at 3.02 ERA, under 1 WHIP. On the other side, Ross Stripling is probably for someone I would look to fade. He's 1-3, a 5.11 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. Looking at this game as a side thing, I would lean towards the Astros. Let me see what the first 5 is for the Astros here. I'm looking on my phone because I don't have anything yet. Astros first 5 -110. I don't hate that. Unfortunately, you can't get the -0.5 a run. They have -0.5 a run on the Blue Jays, but Astros first 5 against Ross Stripling is something I'll probably look at a little bit here, but no action for me on the video. What about you, David?
I'm myself am off. There's a 18-mile-per-hour wind side to side, and I lean Houston first 5, Jays full game. The Jays have a way better bullpen. Astros have a bottom 10 bullpen, but they're both top 5 OPS hitting, so this could be an over first 5, but I think I saw like a 6 or some crazy number, 5.5, 6. I stayed away because it probably goes over though, guys. Like these are two, like you said, Stripling is straight fade material, and Toronto just eats righties for breakfast, dude. So this could be setting up for just in that little minor league ballpark too, and where they at now, Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Yeah.
I lean the over and I the Houston first 5, like you said.
Yeah, I think for this one you gotta lean more towards the Blue Jays after getting absolutely just smacked last night. They gotta come out at least a little bit better. Hung Ching Ryu looked horrible. He got pulled really quick, and then Greinke looked like how Greinke should look. Going into this game, yeah, I think the over is in play again. Even though Houston did go and rack up 13 runs last night, I think the over would be my play. Not gonna bet this one. I think this one's a good fade game, especially when the teams are at a pick 'em. I don't want to get in the middle of this one. I lean towards the over. Other than that, I'm not interested.
All right, now we're going to head into our marquee matchup of the day. We have the Miami Marlins and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Trevor Rogers versus Chase DeYoung in this matchup. We'll start it off with David Sharp here. Where are you looking at this game?
I put a half unit bet on this game. I took the under 4 first 5. We got Rogers, who is their ace over in Miami. Alcantara and Lopez ain't fucking doing it right now, guys. So Rogers has been the one carrying the buckets and the tools to work. We got DeJong, who's a career bum, guys. This guy's got like a 5 ERA career, who came out last week and had a good game versus Colorado. Colorado's bottom of the barrel OPS. Well, guess what? Miami is too. So I'm not expecting runs here. I'm expecting this bum to keep doing bum things. And Miami's 28th OPS versus righties, and Pittsburgh's 28th versus lefties. I see a low-scoring game. I took the under 4 first 5.
Tim?
No, that makes sense. If I don't really like to play first 5s that often. Maybe look towards the under full game in general, especially after Pittsburgh had an offensive explosion last night. Trevor Rogers has been nothing short of amazing for the Miami Marlins this year. He's been the reason why they have, well, I guess they're kind of crappy with their 24 wins, but he's got like half of them. Yeah, this is just a spot where, if anything, lean towards the under. I was looking at the Miami run line. I'm like, I don't think Miami scores enough to cover a run line. So maybe lean towards the under altogether in this game, but I'm going to be passing on it.
Yeah, for me, I actually have a play on the over 7.5 full game. Pittsburgh's been giving up a lot of runs recently. Their games have been going over a lot recently, and Miami's actually gone over in 3 straight games as well. And I can definitely see this being a 5-3 type of game. This is a Pirates team that all of a sudden can hit halfway decent, and because the last few games they've put up 9-5. They gave up 10 the previous one. Like, this team gives up runs or they score runs, it feels like. I think 7.5 is a little bit low of a number. That might be going up to an 8 soon. So I took the over 7.5 on this one.
I do have a rule that when I bet, I only bet first fives under, not full games under, because of the overtime, the extra innings rules now.
Yep.
It's just, you're putting yourself in a bad situation to take a full game under because of the way that baseball's set up. That's just my opinion.
I'll start looking more into that. Yeah, my unders have been losing late games, so I'll look more
under
into that.
first fives over full games. That's the way you just take a look at that. It'll work out.
That seems fair. All right, let's go next game.
Next game, we have the Washington Nationals at the Philadelphia Phillies. Around a -114.15 for the Phillies. We're getting a really nice pitching matchup here of Joe Ross and Spencer Howard. I don't know if you can tell the sarcasm in my voice there, but Sam, what are we looking at for this game?
I mean, how can you fade a marquee matchup? Oh, wait, like this. I'm fading this game? No, come on. Do you really want to be betting on a bullpen game for the Phillies and Joe Ross for the Nationals? If anything, maybe a slight lean towards Washington getting plus money. But other than that, no. Maybe a lean towards the over at the 9.5. I know that these teams can score runs, even though, look at last game. Last game was Scherzer versus Wheeler, though. These teams can hit, and especially against those pitchers. Yeah, you gotta go over in this game, if anything.
David?
Yeah, I'm off the game, but I lean the over too. There's 10-mile-per-hour winds to help out those trash can pitchers too. So that's gonna, and it's going out to right center. So it's runs today. That's what I see. But I'm off. I do have a hitter's prop if anybody's interested. We got a JT Realmuto is batting 512 at bats off of Ross. So I mean, hitting 512 at bats is a pretty good clip.
Yeah. I just wrote down Real Muto total bases. I'll take a look at that. Maybe sprinkle a little bit of something on that later.
My book doesn't allow hitter props, so I get mad. I can only bet pitching props.
We get total bases, I believe, in ours. I'm gonna go into I'm gonna look at the
it's under player props, right, Nick?
Under player props, yes. I'm trying to find that.
I'm pulling it up on my monitor. Hold on. Here, you can. If you want, we could jump into the next game, and I'll look it up.
I haven't given my opinion for this game.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
I mean, unless I'm just chopped liver and we can just skip over me, but
my friend.
Apparently I'm just chopped liver. No, but looking at this game, it would be a lean towards the over in this one. These two pitchers are not the greatest. Howard is 0-1, a 5.56 ERA, 1.59 WHIP. Granted, he's pitched only 11 innings this year, but he's not someone I trust. And they're playing in that boombox of in Philadelphia where they can easily put up plenty of runs, and it's kind of like a Coors Field light there in Philadelphia sometimes. So I lean towards the over this one. I can't pick a side on this game. These are two ugly pitchers. These are two ugly teams right now. Both these teams struggling. Lean towards the over. The only thing really keeping me off is Washington's been playing more towards the under recently. They've gone under in 8 of 10 games and 3 in a row. I just don't want to fade that type of streak. So it's a pass for me.
All right, I was looking through player props. You said JT Realmuto. I got nothing for you.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I have a buddy who bets those props heavily, and a lot of the times he's got to wait till a game goes live to get action.
Oh.
That makes sense. Well, the thing is, me and Nick, before we started doing sports betting, we did a lot of DFS. So that really helps out with player props. That's why we've been betting a lot more, and I've been quite successful on them. So
people are trying to get me into DFS. I ran a lineup yesterday, man. I was like, it's so hard, bro. I could take
it really is.
Make my money, bro. That's easy.
No, I haven't run a lineup in months because they're not profitable anymore. I can make a lot more money doing sports betting.
It really is for me.
Yeah, I remember the days where I used to run 150 hockey lineups a night playing the 50-cent contest. And it's very difficult because there's more to DFS than people think. because you have to have lineup correlation. Like when I played hockey, I did full line stacks. I had correlated goalies, correlated defensemen, stuff like that. You got to play in every single game. So like you got to focus on every game. You can't just leave a game off unless you think it's like a low total. But even then, you might have to look at the goalies. So like nothing you can really cross out. You have to, every game matters. It's just very difficult to master DFS. That's why betting is, I think, so much easier. So
no, that makes sense.
A lot of sense.
And welcome Turnsey. I just saw the comment there.
So, what up, Turnsey?
All right, heading into our next game here, we have the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Texas Rangers. We're getting Rich Hill versus Colby Allard. You're getting around a -144 for the Rays. You're getting around a +1. I'm trying to get back to my thing. +1, 35 for the Rangers in this game. And looking at it, Allard's 1-1, 3.38 ERA, 1.17 WHIP this season. On the other side, Rich Hill's actually looked pretty good this year, 4-2, a 3.32 ERA, 1.02 WHIP. And I looked at this line. I understand that Tampa Bay lost last night, but why is it this short? My projected line for this game was around a -185. I'm on the Tampa Bay run line in this game. I really like Rich Hill. Texas has still struggled. They're 1-9 in their last 10 games. They finally just snapped their 9-game losing streak last night, but still, this Texas team is not a team I trust. Tampa Bay is a very good road team. They're 21-10 on the road. They're 13-8 versus left-handed pitching. This is a good Tampa Bay team. I'm on Tampa Bay run line. I got it last night at a +108. I believe it's a +103 now, but I still like Tampa Bay here. David?
We got Rich Hill, my ex-Dodger, fucking Dick Mountain himself. This is Jimmy's favorite guy, bro. Like, I faded Rich Hill my whole life until this last year when the Rays done found some magic pixie dust for this old man. I bet the first 5 under 4. I see a low-scoring game. I can't hate you for taking Rich Hill. I just can't back Rich Hill because I have very bad memories of Dodger Stadium of that guy. But I see a very low-scoring game. Both are 25th and 23rd OPS versus left-handed pitchers. We got 15% chance of rain, so they're going to close the dome. That's going to help the ball stay in. So I'm on the under first 5, and Rich Hill's and Tampa Bay's got the number 6 bullpen, and Texas has got the number 18. So I support the -1.5.
Tim?
Yeah, this one's a pass for me. Real quick, somebody in the chat. Any locks for today? There is no such thing as a lock. Anything could happen. If you think that anything is a lock, or if anybody says that anything is a lock, they are lying to you. Nothing's ever a lock. Anyways, no, I'm passing on this game. I had Tampa Bay run line last night. I don't know if I could really trust Rich Hill that much right now. Especially, I mean, you're going up against a Texas team who hasn't really played that well. They won their first game in 9 games after 9-game losing streak. If anything, it would be a definite lean towards Tampa Bay. But I'm not going to lay the -135, whatever it is. -155. Not going to be laying that, and I don't trust the run line enough. So this one's going to be a pass for me.
All right. Heading into our next game here, we have actually a really good pitching matchup. We have the Cleveland Indians at the Baltimore Orioles. The red-hot Orioles here, undefeated in June. We have John Means and Aaron Civale, a very nice little pitching matchup here. Aaron Civale is 7-2, a 3.28 ERA, 1.07 WHIP. John Means has looked phenomenal this season, 4-1, a 2.05 ERA, 0.8 WHIP. Where are we looking at for this game? We'll start off with Tim this one.
What the hell? I don't know what. I just had noise in my ears. This one's a pass for me. If anything, look towards the under. Obviously, Civale and John Means have had really good seasons. Under 8.5 would really work for this one. Offenses haven't really been showing up lately, and I can honestly see John Means having a shot at trying to make a run at the Cy Young this year. He's been having a really good year, so I think this thing goes under.
David?
I've been on the means train all year, and he's going to bring me some more money again today. Last night, I bet the under 4.5, and this morning it's at a 4. So I beat the line move. Now they just got to do their job. Like he said, this should be a really good pitching match. We got Savali versus Means. They both are bottom of the barrel versus hitting versus the top versus lefty righty. Yeah, so under 4.5 for me, and I think that's an easy casher. First 5.
Yeah, I got on the same thing here. I have first 5 under 4 at even money. I'm still okay with that. With the even money, I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, these two pitchers have looked really good this year, and these offenses are nothing to be scared of, really, for backing it over. John Means, I think, is going to get the job done today. I lean towards the Indians on the side for this game, but I'm going first 5 under 4 for this game. All right, our next game here we're looking at is the Arizona Diamondbacks and Milwaukee Brewers. We have Merrill Kelly versus Brandon Woodruff in this matchup. Where are we looking at for this one, David?
Actually, I don't think I had Kelly in there last night, so that's one I didn't cap. But Woodruff, straight off the top of my head, is it like a minus 200 game?
225.
Yep. Minus 225, yeah. It's going to be like yesterday, a Peralta type game. Woodruff is going to pitch 7 innings, might hit that prop. I looked at it this morning. It was at 6.5. When I went back, it was already at 7.5. So I stayed off the 7.5 K prop. But if Milwaukee can get it to Williams and Hader, they're all right. It's the other people before Williams and Hader that you got to worry about in that Milwaukee bullpen. And with Woodruff on the mound, you would think he goes 7 and gets to that back bullpen. So I would take Milwaukee minus 1.5.
Tim?
The biggest concern for me in this game will be Milwaukee's offense. And I don't know if I could really back the run line. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm personally not going to bet it just because, A, I don't really like to bet run lines that are minus money. And B, Milwaukee's offense has not been there, so I don't really trust them enough to win by 2. And I don't feel like laying the minus 225 money line. Arizona's looked awful lately. Not a team that I would want to back in any stretch of the imagination. Woodruff has been really sharp, so maybe a team total under for Arizona, but this one's just going to be a pass for me.
Yeah, looking at this game, this is kind of like the Chicago game where they just priced the Brewers out of my range here. I don't lay juice. I don't lay more than minus 110 juice to lay 1.5 runs. And this is around a minus 115 on our book. They're minus 225 money line. I think the only way you can really get into action with this one is parlaying them maybe with the White Sox, but I don't really parlay too much. So I really do like Brandon Woodruff. Maybe lean under in this game, maybe the first 5 under. But Arizona's been an over team recently, other than yesterday. Of course, when I bet the over, they go under. But this has been an over team in Arizona recently, so I'm just gonna stay away from this game. I think the only way I can get in action is parlaying Milwaukee with White Sox, but I'm just gonna pass. All right, heading into our next game, we're moving on along here. We have the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. We lost David here.
Yeah, I'll bring him back in a minute. Yep, there he goes.
We have Jose Barrios and Mike Minor for this matchup. And we're getting the Royals for around a plus 110. Right.
Where are you looking? I gotta pick them.
Oh, nope. Pick them. We gotta pick them in this game. I bet I got him at plus 110 last night. I love the line movement there. We have Mike Minor versus Jose Barrios. Looking at this matchup, I'm all over this Kansas City team right now. They've looked really good recently. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They've won 5 in a row. I would also lean towards the over in this game. Kansas City over in 4 straight games in 7 of their last 8, with the only one of their last 8 that wasn't an over was a push. So this is a team that's playing nothing but overs right now. So I might have two plays on this game, Kansas City being one of them and the over being the other. The over for this game is 8.5, heavily juiced, but I'm gonna hop on that over 8.5 at -125 before it moves up to 9. Where are we looking for this game, Tim?
I'm all over Kansas City as well. Kansas City.
Never mind, it just jumped to 9. As I was trying to bet that.
It's going to.
I got to go Kansas City in this one. They've been the hot team. They've won 5 straight, and on the other side, Minnesota's looked as Minnesota has all year. I think Minnesota would be one of the more shocking teams this year. That the fact that they suck this bad. Jose Barrios has been the only sunshine, I guess, that they've had, and even I can't say that's good. No, I got to go with the Kansas City Royals in this one. Minnesota's lost 4 straight. Just keep riding the streak of Kansas City, and you're getting them at a pick 'em price. You're not even having to pay a premium for them. So, yeah, give me Kansas City in this one.
All right, David?
Wow. We've got 4 or 5 dudes on the Royals that eat Barrios, guys. I'm talking about this Kansas City play looks really freaking good, dude. You've got Whit Merrifield in 42 at-bats is batting .357. You've got 3-4 other guys batting .260 or better in 15 at-bats versus Barrios. These Twins, yes, they hit lefties better than they hit righties, but they haven't seen Mike Minor. That's an advantage to the pitcher the first time around. So I'm really liking the Kansas City first 5. Yeah, and then we got 12-mile-per-hour winds. That's going to go towards your over. That's why that's being hammered. People are looking at these hitter-batter stats and seeing the wind, and they're like, oh, Lord. And then you got Minnesota with the 25th worst bullpen, so that helps the KC first 5 and full game plays. This is setting up for a Royals play.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just looking at it here. Whit Merrifield, you can get Whit Merrifield over 1.5 total bases at +100. I'm actually going to hop on that. I'm going to lay I'm going to lay a 1% play on that, but I'm going to lay a small wager on +100 over 1.5 total bases for Whit Merrifield. That's going to be a play for me for prop bets. So, looking at our next game here, we have, I think, the true marquee matchup of the day. We have the Boston Red Sox and the – oh, wait. I have it mixed up here. I have the game written on the opposite order. My bad. We have the Dodgers and the Braves, which is another
a marquee matchup.
That's another great matchup, absolutely. Looking at this matchup, we have Charlie Morton and Clayton Kershaw. This Clayton Kershaw guy, I think he's going to be okay. I think he's going to have a halfway decent career. But looking at this game, we're going to go David Sharp, and I have an idea where he wants to go in this game, but I'm not 100% sure. It's the Braves, right? You're looking at the Braves.
Hey, I do not bet with my heart. I will bet against the Dodgers 2 or 3 times a week. This time, I'm on my Dodgers, guys. I'm on Clayton Kershaw over 6.5 strikeouts at +110. We've got the Braves who strike out 27.4% versus lefties, and they only walk 6% of the time. So 6.5 shouldn't be a problem. Urias had 5 through 5, and they pulled him. So at 83 pitches last night, they're not pulling Kershaw like Urias. So a -124 on a Dodgers money line, it looks like a trap, and I'm jumping fully into that trap. Morton is a dumpster fire. The Dodgers smash right-handed, first OPS in the league, and Morton's a number 3 or 4 at best. Kershaw isn't a 1 no more. He's a number 2, 3, but he should keep the game in the contact to get it to the bullpens where we have a huge bullpen advantage in the Dodgers bullpen versus the Braves bullpen. This line should be -180, guys. I don't get it, so it may be a trap.
Tim?
Well, if you think it's a trap, I'll grab your hand and I'll jump in it with you. I'm going the Dodgers as well today. I got them at a bad line, though. I think I got them at a -130 something before. I'm still all right with it. There's no reason why the Dodgers should be this small of favorites with Clayton Kershaw on the mound. The only thing I could see is that they're at Atlanta, so maybe they might have a little bit of home field, whatever. But no, this one, I got to go Dodgers. And people know who watch the stream, I barely bet the Dodgers, so I am going to go Dodgers today for this one.
Yeah, for me, I'm Yeah.
There is a 20% chance of rain in this game, so just a heads up.
Okay. Good to know there. For me, I don't have a bet on this game. I did just sprinkle the 1% play on that Kershaw strikeout prop that you recommended. I'm looking at your props or whatever, and I'm sprinkling 1% plays on them. So maybe we can cash a couple of those. But I don't have a game on this personally. Clayton Kershaw, after that rough first game, rough first start of the year, has looked absolutely amazing. He's 7-4, 3.33 ERA, 0.97 WHIPs, which I'm assuming is a downgrade compared to what he has done in years past. But I do lean towards the Dodgers in this matchup. I think they should be bigger favorites than that. But I'm going to lay off this game for right now. I think there's better spots on the card for me at least, and this is just not one of them. All right. Looking at our next game, we have the Chicago Cubs and the San Francisco Giants. We're getting Cole Stewart versus Kevin Gausman in this matchup. Where are we looking at for this one? We'll start with Tim in this one.
It's if anything, it's Giants or nothing. But I'd rather grab Giants on the run line. I'm going to be passing on this game, but damn, Gausman's been really, really sharp this year. 6-0 with a 1.4 ERA. He's probably going to be in the if he keeps pitching like this, he's definitely in contention to try to get a top 3, top 5 finish for the Cy Young, especially if the Giants continue to be in first place. No, they are.
Padres are.
Padres are? Oh, I'm off the game.
Padres.
Okay, they swap every other day. It's an odd day. Okay, Padres are in first. Yeah, you got to go Padres. Sorry, we're talking about the Padres. You got to go Giants or nothing in this game. I don't have enough sample size from Cole Stewart to really make a judgment on that one. So this one's just gonna be a pass for me, but lean towards the Giants.
David, where are we looking at this one?
I'm looking at the San Francisco -0.5 first 5. There's a big difference in Gausman and Stewart. You can't take in Gausman's stats as an Oriole, guys. 2 years ago, last year in San Francisco, they took his fastball and turned it into a cut fastball. Take his stats from last year on, and he is an ace pitcher, guys. He is a number 1. He is the legit. He's the truth. And his numbers speak to it. Like he said, he's a Cy Young guy right now. He's in the top 5. And he's a guy I've been riding, and I'm going to ride him versus Stewart. Guys, Stewart doesn't belong in the league. He shouldn't be in the rotation. They're hurting for bodies out there, and they're filling them in. That's a big mismatch when you got a 1 versus a 5. The bullpens, I've been live betting this. Like last game, the Giants got up by 3. I took the Cubs plus 3.5. They have the number 2 bullpen. I'm going to take the top 2 bullpens any time that they're down 2 or 3 runs with the runs live in a game. And it pays off like 80% of the time.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
but it's got to be like a 15% gap in the bullpens. I want like a 2 to a 20 or a 2 to an 18, something big where it's like I'm going to get my runs back.
Absolutely. Yeah, for me, I'm hopping on the Giants here. I got them first 5. It is a -130, so it's a tiny bit of juice here. I laid it. I think Gausman is 100% the pitching advantage here. The Giants have looked phenomenal recently. They've won 2 straight and 8 of their last 10. Gausman, he's looked phenomenal this year. 6-0, 1.40 ERA, a 0.81 WHIP. He's struck out 83 batters in 72 thirds innings so far this year as well. So he's getting those strikeouts as well. I lean toward. All right, my bad. I have a play on the first 5, -0.5 for the Giants. I was looking at the first 5 under a little bit, but that was a 3.5, so I just laid off that one. So it's the Giants first 5 -0.5 for me, -130 for this game. All right, moving on along, we have 3 more games on the card here. We have the Oakland Athletics and the Colorado Rockies in this next matchup, around a -130 or -123 for this game for the Rockies. For the Oakland Athletics, we're getting around a +114-15 run back for these Colorado Rockies. The over-under for this game is an 11.5. Where are we looking at this one, David?
I was looking at the first 5 over until I seen a 6.5, bro, and I was just like, good Lord, bro. I'm asking the Rockies to get me how many runs?
Yeah.
It's like, man, but the Rockies at home are a whole different story than the Rockies on the road. The Rockies on the road are like 2-17. The Rockies at home have a winning record.
4-22.
So, yeah. So like I lean Rockies first 5, but it's not enough plus money to get me on it. The Rockies hit 4th best OPS versus lefties, so they've got a big advantage with the bats. I just don't trust Freeland in his one ball.
Yeah,
no.
Tim.
I'm laying off this game. If anything, lean towards Oakland, but not really a spot I want to get to. I don't really like betting Coors games. They're just way too random at some points in time, and a 4-run lead in Coors is a 2-run lead anywhere else in the major leagues. Yeah, I'm just passing on this game. If anything, maybe a lean towards the over because it's Coors, and fuck it, why not? But it's not a spot that I want to get to. So just gonna be passing overall on this one. And I'll look at the better spots on the slate, like the game we'll go over next.
Yeah, for me, you're saying the first 5 is a 6.5.
I think that's
it's a 6 on my book, even money on the under. That's the only place I would really look in this game. Yes, I know yesterday went over between these two teams, but even in Coors Field, this Rockies team had gone under previous like 3 or 4 games at Coors Field. I cashed on the first 2 games for Texas and Colorado unders. So, I mean, I would look towards the first 5 under. Cole Irvin's been okay, I guess. I just can't get involved in this game. This is just too much of a coin toss for me. 11.5. I feel like the only place you can really look is under in that. That's just a really high total. But I'm not getting involved in this game. I've been burned back-to-back days on Colorado under, so I'm not touching that again today. That being said, this game will finish 2-1. But I'm passing on this one. It's just I want to back the first 5 under 6. That's a really high for first 5s, but knowing the Rockies, they'll be down 7-1 at the end of 5. So pass. All right, heading to the next game, we have Boston and New York. All right.
Well, we had that before the Oakland game, but I wasn't gonna stop you and have you reset again. So,
oh yeah, my bad. Because I was flipping over my page because we went from the Giants game, which I have on this one, and then the next page had the other game. We have the Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees for this one. Eduardo Rodriguez takes on Jameson Taillon. We're getting around a -117 for the Yankees. Getting a little bit of plus price tag for these Red Sox here, around a plus 105-ish. Where are we looking at this one, Tim?
I got Boston in this game. They've been looking a lot better than the Yankees have lately, at least. And I think that the pitching matchup with Eduardo Rodriguez and Taillon, that's a heavy favored towards the Red Sox. Taillon has not been good this year. And going off of this one, looking at last night, Boston took care of business. I'm thinking they do exactly the same thing tonight, maybe even a lean towards the under. But I'm all over Boston for today's game as well.
David?
I'm off that game. We got 10 mile per hour winds to left center in that little bandbox at Yankee Stadium. I am not a Rodriguez guy myself. I usually tend to fade Rodriguez, but the Yankees just can't hit left-handed pitching, so I can't fade them versus a team who just can't hit. They're both pretty much equal, top 10 bullpens. So I'm just off. I lean to the over first 5, maybe under full game.
All right. Yeah, for me, I was looking at the first 5 under this one. That's at a 5. The Yankees struggling to hit right now. Both these teams have gone under in 7 of their last 10 games. These are 2 teams that are trending towards the unders. I can probably rely on Eduardo Rodriguez to get me an under. The only real question mark is Jameson Taillon. Taillon was a reject of the Pittsburgh pitching system, so I think that tells you all you really need to know about him. He's 1-4 with a 5.0 ERA this year. Rodriguez is 5-4 with a 5.64 ERA though, so both these pitchers haven't been looking that great. I'm staying off this game. All my handicapping is pointing me in 18 different directions, so I'm not touching this game at all. Now we're going to head towards the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels. We have Alex Cobb versus what Jimmy calls the Cooch, Yusei Kikuchi for this one. Where are we looking at this one? We'll start it off with Tim in this one.
I'm looking away from this game. This one's ugly. I'm not too interested in going after Seattle. They've been a little bit shaky past couple games, and then I can never trust the Angels. I normally like to fade the Angel game, and it's just I never get the Angel spot right, so I'm not going to even try it today. I'm going to just be passing on this one.
David?
I'm on the first 5 under 4.5. We got Kikuch, the old two-stinger, sticky finger guy, Kikuch. Okay, he's actually been pretty good, guys. His first start, he came out like most international league pitchers like garbage, and then they have 8 pitches, guys. They come over here with 8 different pitches. After he got touched, they dropped him down the floor. He's been throwing 4 pitches for the last 2 months, and his ERA and whip has adjusted in the right way. The Angels have very minimal at-bats versus Kikuchi and struggle heavily versus left-handed pitchers this year. Seattle struggles versus right-handed pitching. So we've got Cobb, Kikuchi, both are bottom of the barrels hitting. Seattle without Kyle Allen in their lineup, they just haven't been doing anything, dude. Like, they got 2 shots off in the beginning of the game yesterday, and then they lost. Like, they've scored less than 3 runs since Kyle Lewis has been out of the game. So I'm taking under 4.5. I'm gonna put a little faith in Cobb. It's more faith in Seattle just can't freaking hit. But I'm on the under 4.5 first 5.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at with this game. I have the first 5 under 4 at even money. I'm guessing it moved down in my book, but I'm okay with the even money rather than laying heavy juice on there. Both these teams have been trending towards the under. Both these teams have gone under in 7 of their last 10 games. Seattle has gone under in 3 straight. LA has gone under in 2 straight. 1-7-0 record over under in their last 8 games. The Angels are. This is a spot where I'm definitely looking at the under in this one. First 5 under 4 is where I got it at even money. All right, heading into our last game of the night, we have the San Diego Padres hosting the New York Mets. We have Joe Musgrove versus Jacob DeGoat. Where are we looking at in this matchup? We'll start it off with David on this last one.
I'm from sunny San Diego, fellas. I'm not a sunny San Diego Padre fan, though. I can't believe we're getting DeGrom at even money, guys. Like, I know they don't give DeGrom a lot of run support. I know that. I get it, but I have to bet DeGrom at this price. It's just, I don't give a damn. I'm not a big Musgrove fan. He was on the Pirates, so the Mets should have seen him a little bit. They've got 2 guys hitting 300 or more, but just 10 bats or more, 10 bats or less. So that's too small of a sample size to take into effect. I could see the under first 5, but it's a 2.5, guys, and 2.5s are telling you to bet the over because they want you to bet the over. But more often than not, it will stay under that 2.5, guys. Those books are smart. They're not dumb. We see a 2.5 and we want to reach and grab and go over it. I would say 70% of the time it's going to stay under that number. And Musgrove has been pretty good. I wouldn't consider him the ace of San Diego. He's probably their number 3 starter over there. So we've got an ace versus a number 3. Both have top 5 bullpens. And I'm on the Jacob DeGrom K prop over 8.5 minus 135. The San Diego Padres against pitchers who throw 98 miles per hour or harder are batting 198. That's enough for me to take the Mets money line and DeGrom's freaking K prop.
All right, Tim, where are you looking at for this one?
I have very, very similar views to David. I will probably see this about 1 or 2 more times this year, and that's if Jacob DeGrom faces like the Dodgers or the Yankees or something like that. You're not going to get DeGrom at this low of a price. They were underdogs when I got him this morning. I mean, seriously, you really think that the Mets, yes, they've lost the last 2 games and did not play well last night at all. but I love pain, so I'm going back to the Mets today. You got to a DeGrom on the mound, and if they lose a third straight, you know what? I'm fine with taking it. This bet's already a win in my head.
Yeah, looking at this game for me, I do have a play on the first 5 under 2.5. I got it at plus 105. I will be sweating from first pitch to the end of the 5th. But that being said, Jacob deGrom, I don't think we've seen numbers put up like this since like Sandy Koufax. Like he's been pitching ridiculous. He has a .71 ERA, a .57 WHIP. He struck out 82 batters, only walked 7, 82 strikeouts in 51 innings pitched. I believe this guy is around a minus 167 right now to win the Cy Young Award. I think he's a shoo-in to win this award. Oh, my bad. He has a 4-2 record with a .71 ERA. That he's one of those guys. Well, he will go 7 innings pitched, get a no decision because he leaves in a 1-0 game. That's the problem with the Mets. That's why I'm not looking at the Mets in this game. That is why I looked at the first 5 under 2.5. I was looking also at the Mets first 5 minus a half, thinking the Mets will be up 1-0, 2-0 at the end of the first. But I'm not trying to play that specific, trying to predict basically a score, but trying to play the Mets first 5 minus a half and the Mets under 2.5 first 5 at plus 105. I just hopped on the under 2.5. These are 2 very talented pitchers, and I mean, we saw last night finish 2-0, so I think we can see that again today. DeGrom, no one's hitting off this guy right now. These batters are going to the batter's box, watching him throw 100 miles an hour for 18 pitches in a row, and looking at their teammates and like, I have to hit this. Yeah,
Good luck.
Good luck. He's a future Hall of Famer for a reason. Under 2.5, first 5, plus 105 for me.
Big balls for you, bro. Big balls with that under 2.5. Drop them on the table.
Hell yeah.
All right, that's it for the baseball section. Before we jump into basketball and the ice, quick more housekeeping. This is the Earle Sports Bet Show. We're on every single morning at 11 a.m. So if you guys want to check us out there. Also, after this, we'll be winning free picks with Sean Higgs. And then at 1:30 morning wood with either me or Allie. Not sure yet. Have to text Allie to see what's going on there over Picks and Parleys. If you guys want to go and follow David Sharp, that's his Twitter. Go ahead, follow him. If you guys are also in the description, if you guys want to check out our 7-day packages over at picksandparleys.net, you can get 50% off there. And of course, if you guys have not liked the video already and subscribed, what are you doing? We give out winning picks almost every single day, and we're out to make some money. So we get to jump into the hardwood. David, are you big into basketball or hockey? Which one?
Basketball.
Perfect. We get to start off with the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. What are you thinking?
Man, last night breaking this game down with my boy Billy, he sent me over the most perfectest thing in the world, bro. Okay, these teams have played 3 times this year. January 18th, Nets win 125-123, no Kyrie. May 2nd, Bucks win 117-114, no Harden. May 4th, Bucks win 124-114, no Harden. So in every game, there was either no Kyrie or no Harden, and yet the Bucks scored 117 every time. Their team totals at 117.5 minus 120. I smashed that last night. The Nets team total is 121.5. They averaged 117 without Kyrie or Harden on the court. So I played both team totals over in this game, and those are my plays for this NBA game.
I have no more room to type. I grabbed Milwaukee in this game. I grabbed him on the money line. They just have been looking really good this playoffs. They swept Miami pretty much easily. And we didn't even have to see much from Giannis. That was the big thing. Middleton was getting it done. Bledsoe was getting it done. Portis was getting it done. Lopez in the middle. We're getting a lot from the others on the Milwaukee Bucks. We didn't have to get as much from Giannis or Middleton. So imagine when Giannis actually is coming to perform and play and have his highest games. I'm taking Milwaukee to win the series, win this game. I'm taking them on the money line. I am not a believer in the Brooklyn Nets. I am not. I had Boston for most of last series plus points. Didn't work out for me, but I'm going to be all over the Milwaukee Bucks today. I think it's just a solid spot to get to, and I'm just grabbing them on the money line because I feel like if it's gonna be a close game, they're gonna win. So I'm taking Milwaukee in this one.
All right. Is that the only basketball game we have today?
Yes,
but I do. Listening to that Giannis talk right there. That makes me lean towards the Giannis points and rebounds props, guys. Who's gonna stop Giannis today? They don't rebound over there on Brooklyn. Like, they don't have a true center.
Yeah,
it could be a big Giannis prop day.
Speaking of player props, that reminded me. I do have 2 NBA player props for today. Obviously, they're from the same game. I'm going. The original over under for Middleton was like 21.5. I'm taking 24 because that's a little bit of a better line. It was a minus 149 for over 21.5. I think I'd take that one over. I'm taking Kyrie Irving under 26.5. I think you're going to see more from Harden, more from Durant, less from Kyrie Irving. So I'm going under for his points for today.
All right. Is that's all we got for the NBA?
Yep, that's all the NBA for today.
All right. We're going to make that transfer from the NBA to the NHL. I'll be going over the 2 games tonight for the NHL. We're looking at the game 4, Tampa Bay and Carolina. Tampa Bay leads this series 2-1. Carolina with the overtime winner in game 3 to make this a series again. This is a spot where looking at this game, I don't know if you can go anywhere else other than the under 5.5. That's hit in all 5 games between these 2 teams that were played in Tampa Bay this season. That's just the type of the defense they're playing where we're getting unders in every single game. Yes, it's juiced around minus 125, minus 130. Under 5.5 is my play for this game. I bet it already. I also have the Carolina Hurricanes at plus 144. I do have futures on them, so I'm going to continue to ride them throughout the playoffs. So give me the Hurricanes and give me the under for this game. Peter Mrazek's had much better statistics against Tampa Bay than Alex Nedeljkovic has. That's why they went to him for game 3. I like Carolina and under for this game. Looking at our last game here, we have Boston Bruins and the New York Islanders. Minus 145 for the Bruins, plus 130 for the Isles. I hopped on the Islanders here at plus 130. I'm on both the dogs tonight once again. 2 nights ago, I was on the same thing. I like New York here. They're going to be in front of a filled crowd here at Nassau Coliseum. I believe 12,000 people, and it's going to be loud. Boston finally got their first win at Nassau Coliseum this season, and I have a feeling that the Islanders are going to tie up the series here. This is a back-and-forth series I see that's going to go 7 games. I think we're going to head back to Boston, tied 2-2. The Islanders have won 4 out of 5 matchups here in Nassau Coliseum this season. We're getting them at a plus 130. I like this matchup for the Islanders tonight. I believe we're going to get Semyon Varlamov in net for the Isles versus Tuukka Rask. Keep an eye out for which Russian goaltender Barry Trotz goes with for New York. But I like the Islanders today, and I like the under for Carolina as well as the Hurricanes on the other game.
I gotcha. All right. Anything else? Any player props for today, Nick?
I didn't really jump into player props, but you can never go wrong with depending on which one. Look which one's the cheapest out of the 3. But look for shots on goal overs with either Pasternak, Marchand, or Bergeron. Find the one that's the cheapest where you can find a 2.5 maybe and target that guy. When the Boston Bruins are on the power play, they just throw pucks at the net. So I think they're going to get a couple power plays tonight, and that's going to bring one of those 3. Find the cheapest one, go over the total for shots on goal for one of them. That's where I'm looking at for player props in this one.
Oh, we lost him. He'll be back in 2 seconds. We probably sound like Transformers again, like you said last time. Yep, here he is back. Oh, 3, 2, 1. There you are.
Yeah, it goes Transformer on me sometimes.
Yep, that's what we were just saying, that we probably sound like Transformers. All right, do we want to do a quick recap before we go and end this show?
Go for it.
All right, for me, I'm going with the Baltimore game under 8.5. I got Kansas City, I got the Dodgers, I got Boston, I got the Mets, and then I got Milwaukee Bucks on the run line for today's game. Whoever wants to go next, recap your stuff.
Look, we'll let David go next here.
All right, on basketball, I'm on both the NBA on the team total over. Milwaukee Bucks 117.5 and the Nets 121.5. They were both juiced minus 120 or minus 110, but like I said on the previous matchups, this should easily hit.
Yep.
And baseball, I'm on the White Sox team total over 4.5 at minus 120. The Baltimore Cleveland first 5 under 4.5. Tampa Bay Texas first 5 under 4. Marlins Pirates first 5 under 4. Seattle Angels first 5 under 4.5. Dodgers money line, Mets money line. And my K props are DeGrom over 8.5 and Kershaw over 6.5.
All right. And for me, I'm on the Tampa Bay run line. I'm on Kansas City. I'm on the Pittsburgh and Miami over 7.5. I'm on the first 5 under 4 between Cleveland and Baltimore. First 5 minus a half at minus 130 for the San Francisco Giants. First 5 under 4 plus 100 for the LA Angels and Seattle Mariners. First 5 under 2.5 plus 105 Mets and Padres. And on the ice, I'm on the Hurricanes under, and the New York Islanders. But that
sounds good.
But that's going to just about wrap up this show. That's about it for this one. Good luck, guys, tonight. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video or we go live on this channel. We're live each and every day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just put a link in the description or link in the live chat. Go check out Sean Higgs over on Winning Free Picks for his midday money. But that's going to wrap up this show. Anything you want to say, David, before we head on out here?
Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll definitely have you back again. But that's going to just about do it for this for this stream. This has been the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I was joined here with Tim, Earle, and David Sharp. I want to thank you guys for hanging out, and good luck. That's where you